Just give me a thumbs up. £2,000 of homemade explosives were being driven towards a wall. The walls ended up shaking, the windows shattered, doors were flying off their hinges, and the building even collapsed. You could hear the faint sound of the helicopters buzzing, but they were nowhere in sight. It's because they never left the pavement. Civilians were frantic. The contractors had been there before. They remained calm. And the soldiers did what they did best: react. It was an event that would define me, Joshua Beltran, a boy who grew up in a small city in Moreno Valley, California. It was surf and turf day, and they were serving all my favorite foods: lobster tail, crab legs, shrimp, steak. They even had ice cream, which was the biggest morale booster. But the cafeteria was the building that fell. All those thoughts were gone in an instant from that explosion. The initial explosion shook the wall of the building I was in. All I remember is I was rubbing my eyes because of the dust that fell from the ceiling. I then looked around, and all I saw were puzzled looks and blank stares. It was then that I decided I had to take the initiative and start what we call a battle drill. I picked up the phone and called the aviation unit. I told them to get some helicopters up so that they can be our eyes in the sky. From that time, 15 minutes had passed and everything ended. And I'd like to believe that my ability to stay calm and react helped that situation. The initial explosion was followed by a small arms attack. 10 to 14 guys followed the explosion and entered through a small hole that that big explosion left in the wall. Well, like I stated before, the attack ended in 15 minutes. All the lower enlisted, to include myself, were left to do details such as personnel security, cleanup, and battle damage assessment. It was then that I would find the destruction people are capable of. It was then that I saw the stillness of death. It was then that I would decide that life truly is precious. After that day, I decided that I wanted to help save lives. And that day I chose to follow a medical career. I started a class while I was in Afghanistan. It was a tough choice considering that I had to work. I had to be able to react at a moment's notice. Things became hectic there. I had to be able to adapt to a new timeline with schoolwork, add it onto my routine, but I had to remain calm and push forward. It was on that day, June 1st, 2012, that I discovered who I am.